All right, let's get this show started.
Merab DVALISHVILI has posted a new skit featuring Aljamain Sterling. Garry is honest about where he stands in the UFC welterweight title picture. Although he had earned the number 6 spot in the rankings with a dominant win over Carlos Prates, he knows he'll need at least 1 or 2 more wins before getting his title shot, especially after MAKAHCHEV announced a move to welterweight to face Jack Della Maddalena for the title. Speaking to Ariel Helwani on Monday, Garry said he is not waiting for a title shot and wants to remain active, not like Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards, and Colby Covington, who he thinks are holding up the division.
This is where my brain has been kind of going over timings and what's next. I don't think that is the case. And you had Jack on recently, and he told you what he thought. He thinks it's, if he beats Islam, he's going to wait and get Shavkat next. So see, there's a whole lot of, what I don't want to be is a political fighter. I don't want to sit around. I mean, we've been trying, look, the welterweight division's in a phenomenal point right now. Like it's crazy and it's awesome to see and it's exciting for me. But we've still got people like Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards, and Colby trying to hold on to that rank, right? They should just leave. They should be gone by this point, right? And I don't want to be that political person who sits there and goes, I'm not going to fight, I'm just going to wait. No, I'll never do that. I want to be active, I want to be one of the best, and I want to prove that I'm the best in the world.
Tony Ferguson has first-hand experience of what Israel Adesanya must have gone through during his hardcore training session with David Goggins. Izzy shared the moment in a YouTube vlog where he could be seen puking and gasping for air. Ferguson, who had trained with Goggins ahead of his UFC 296 fight against Paddy Pimblett, has now reacted to Adesanya's brutal training sessions with the Navy SEAL.
Goggins coaching Izzy, he has him puking too. Oh yeah, it's good, man. I think every fighter should go through that shit. Maybe not a whole week, but damn, at least a session. By the way, that week for Chief Goggins, light work, coach, light work.
Kevin Lee signed a multi-fight deal with the PFL. It's unclear when he will debut for the promotion. The 32-year-old hasn't competed in MMA since September when he submitted Thiago Oliveira in the first round at a regional event, Lights Out Championship 17 in Michigan. Lee's last fight in a major organization was his July 2023 loss to Rinat Fakhretdinov at a UFC Fight Night event. Kevin retired from the sport after that matchup, but he announced in early 2024 he was coming out of retirement. He was expected to compete in the Global Fight League this month before the company called off its first 2 events due to financial issues. Coach Fernand Lopez has shared new training footage of Ciryl Gane working hard on his grappling with no-gi black belt Dave Fotzing. Gane is currently on a 2-fight winning streak after losing to John Jones in 2023. Chael Sonnen has some harsh words for Islam Makhachev. After 5 straight title fight wins, the UFC lightweight champion is getting ready to make more history in the weight class above. While some praise Makhachev for taking a risk at 170 pounds, others criticize him for not fighting Topuria in what would have likely been the biggest fight in UFC history since Conor McGregor vs. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Speaking on the most recent episode of Good Guy Bad Guy show, Sonnen criticized Islam, calling him a coward for avoiding super fight with Topuria.
Islam went up not out of courage. Islam did not go up out of adding hardware to put on his mantle. He went up with one condition, which is I don't have to fight Belal Muhammad. Now, he can sit around and say, I could beat Blahal, and I wouldn't go up and beat Blahal because I can beat Blahal. The bottom line is you entered a division openly that you said you wouldn't face one of the top guys. That's not a sign of courage. That's a sign of cowardice. I don't love the idea. You have an undefeated. Make sure you understand what happened. I know this is your friend, DC. I think of Islam as my friend too. But let's think of what happened. You have an undefeated, #1 ranked world champion who's chasing you down. He is willing to leave his division behind. He's willing to walk away from his belt to chase you down. You are so interested in getting away from this guy that you not only leave your belt, you leave your division, and the whole thing is only contingent that you don't have to fight Islam. Not for nothing. This is not the way champions conduct themselves.
Justin Gaethje is upset that Charles Oliveira got the title shot against Ilia Topuria instead of him. After outpointing Rafael Fiziev by unanimous decision at UFC 313, the #3 ranked Gaethje positioned himself back into the lightweight title mix and was among the few names Islam Makhachev could potentially face next, had he stayed at 155. However, after Makhachev decided to vacate his belt and move up to 170, the UFC awarded the title shot to Charles Oliveira, who will face Ilia Topuria at UFC 317. Now on his podcast, UFC commentator Jon Anik revealed that he recently met with Gaethje and said he was pissed off that Oliveira got the title shot before him.
So after Max Holloway knocked out Justin Gaethje, he played golf for 180 straight days. And he's gotten really fucking good.
Got knocked out, woke up, and I was like, I want to golf. And I've been golfing every day since.
I was with Justin Gaethje a lot this week. Played golf with him on Thursday. I was at the pairings party with him on Wednesday for this Mahomes tournament, and he was pissed. He feels like certainly he was passed over in favor of Charles Oliveira for this opportunity against Ilia Topuria. And I think what Justin Gaethje and his manager Ali Abdelaziz, Kenny, are looking for is just some sort of guarantee that they will be next.
Ilia Topuria will chase double champ status next month against Charles Oliveira at UFC 317, but he'll do so without his longtime coaches Jorge and Agustin Clement, according to Spanish outlet Marca, which reported the news today. The report states that Topuria and his brother Alexandre parted ways with the Clement brothers due to geographical conflicts. The article reads, both parties live in different cities, and their multiple professional projects prevent them from collaborating in the same way they have always done. The Clement brothers operate Clement Club in Alicante, Spain, where they have overseen Topuria's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and overall mixed martial arts training since he was 15. Topuria's move to Madrid, Spain last year evidently strained the long-distance coaching relationship. Topuria did wish his longtime coaches well by saying, "We thank them for all these years of mutual learning and growth, and they wholeheartedly wish them all the best in all their projects." Topuria's current coaching team remains unconfirmed, but it is safe to say his boxing coach Javi Clement, who is unrelated to the Clement brothers, and physical trainer Dr. Aldo are expected to stay on. The news sparked some strong reactions from the MMA community, with one fan writing, "Here's where the downfall begins. Ilia, you better not go down the Conor route. Doing this before the biggest fight of your career is an interesting move. Habib's teamed together since day one, and those Georgians splits with their coaches when success came. Traitors. El Micro downfall, and I'm here to enjoy. If one of them loses their next fight, we know the reason. El Sausage at it again. Sounds like a bad idea, but I don't know." Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by MMA 24/7 memes.
Hat man gar nicht mehr gesehen, ne? Da denkst du, wie krass ist das? Also das ist so, dein Jungs.
Number 2 meme was posted by Robert. And number 1 meme was posted by Dovey.
911, what's the emergency, please?
Brother, I need help. This guy is at my house trying to steal my belt, brother.
Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest MMA news.